of room and there's no obstacles on the floor. You've got your water, and obviously I can't see you, so please don't do anything that you know is not right for you or doesn't feel right for you. Listen to your own body. Okay, bring the feet together and then just take a step out with the toes and a step out with the heels. Okay, so you've got your grounding. Just lift the toes up, let them land where they naturally fall on the floor. Okay, just rock forward and back. Side to side. Round in a circle. You should feel your center of gravity. When you go over that, feel the core pull back. Okay, I want you to stand where you feel is your central point. Switch on the pelvic floor, so draw that pelvic floor muscle up through the 3 levels up to level 3. Find your neutral spine, natural curve of the lower back. Either by feel, how you know it feels by now, or using the triangle over the belly button, fingers and thumb are level. On your next out breath, draw the navel all the way through towards the spine. Just going to move the speaker a little bit, or turn it down a little bit. Okay. And on your in-breath, release it out. So on your out-breath, draw all the way in, right through towards the spine, as far as it can come, without clenching the buttocks. Breathe in, release out. One more time, breathe out. And this time just draw about 1/3 of the way in. Comfortable level for you to maintain at standing position. Okay, lift your shoulders up, roll them back, slot them in their pockets. Relax your fingers, lengthen through the crown of the head. Just nod the chin in slightly so you have a small gap between your chin and the chest. Okay, gently just lower the chin down towards the chest and back up to that Satsuma size gap. And again, down and up. One more time, down and up. Turn the head to one side, take a look over your shoulder. Change to the opposite. So keeping the shoulders level, the pelvic floor lifted to level 3. Neutral spine, abdominals engaged. One more time. Bring it back to the center, again keeping the shoulders level. Take the ear to one side, feel the length down the opposite side of your neck, and back up and change. And again. One more time. So we're starting at the head, as you gathered, from head to toe mobility. Bring the head back to the center, chin nodded slightly, and lift your shoulders up towards your ears and back down. One more time. And release. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. Up, back and down. And again, lift it up. One more this way. roll them forward and make that move a little bit bigger. So gradually the arms are coming away from the side of your body. One more. Now one roll back to slot them back in their pockets, keeping the feet, weight even between your feet. We're just going to reach down into a lateral bend, back to the center. Okay, let's start to reach that arm out, so you're making the move just a little bit bigger. Two more. And back to the center. Okay, place your hands on your hips. Find your balance and just lift the knee up to the hip and back down, changing sides. Breathe out as you lift. So you're drawing that navel a little bit further than the 30%. You're using it to stabilize and balance. That's it, lift up. One more time each side. Set back down on the floor. Okay, just going to move the feet away from the center of the body. So you're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, just tap, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Relax the shoulders. One more time each side. Just mobilizing, warming up through the hip joint and back to the center. Come down into a small squat. Taking the mobility into the knees. Still using the hips, shoulders. Allow the arms to float up to shoulder height. Two more. Stack. Take one foot off the floor, rotate the wrist, rotate the ankle in each direction, and then gently changing sides. Okay, shake out your arms, shake out your legs, grab yourselves a quick drink if you want one. And then come down onto the mat. Okay, so we're coming down into tabletop, so we're on the hands and knees. Tastes nice. So, set up your position so that you are hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread out, your elbows are unlocked, knees hip distance apart underneath the hips. Okay, and we're going to lengthen through the crown of the head, draw the back up into neutral position, abdominals in nice and tight. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift and lengthen. Opposite arm to leg. Inhale and come back. Exhale, lift and lengthen. Remember, not too high with the leg. Otherwise you lose that neutral. You'll start to arch in the lower back. Changing sides. Breathe out, lift, lengthen. So you're engaging all the way down the posterior chain. from the fingertips right out to the end of your toes. Inhale. Remember, you're stabilizing these hips. They are a tabletop, so we don't want any wobbling side to side. Just check in with the position of your head, making sure it's not here, making sure it's not here. Lengthened from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Okay, gonna go 4 more. Exhale, lift and lengthen. Inhale and release. So as you're breathing out, draw the navel in, lift the pelvic floor higher, stabilize the pelvis and the hips. 1 more time each side. And sit back on your heels. Just release the wrists. Remember, the first time you do this, you think your wrists are going to fall off. Okay, come back up, reset. Okay, this time keeping both hands on the floor, just extend the leg. So breathe out and then draw the knee, breathe in. Breathe out, same knee, draw it in towards your hand. Breathe out as you draw in, checking with that head position. Elbows are soft. Squeeze through the core. 2 more this side. One more. And release. If you need to, sit back, release your wrists. So you're trying to draw the knee towards your hand without gaining any height through the hips. Let's do the opposite side. Set up neutral. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try not to arch the upper back. Doesn't matter if you don't touch the elbow or the wrist. One more. And release. Sit back. Okay, come down on the tummy into position for the swan dive. Okay, so bring the feet together and then just let the heels drop out to the side. Set up your arm position so that your elbows are just below the shoulder. You're not hunching your shoulders up towards the ears. And we're going to start with the prep lift, so the basic level, and keep your forehead down on the mat. So you're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, draw the navel up, the pelvic floor up. Lift the navel from the mat. And just lift up as far as comfortable you can, keeping the forearms on the mat, the chin towards the chest, and the length through the crown of the head. Breathe in and release. Okay, the next level, should you wish to do this, breathe out, draw up, start to peel the forearms off the floor. Again, as far as comfortable for you, and draw your shoulders back and down, so you're using your thoracic spine. Mobilize through there. You may come all the way up. You may come halfway up. Inhale as you go back down. Breathe out, draw in the navel, draw up the pelvic floor. Lift, keep that length through the crown of the head, so you're looking down towards the mat. Breathe in and release. Keep the big toes together so you're not squeezing the glutes. Breathing in. Remember, push your shoulders down. Don't let them start hunching up towards your ears. You want them shoulders pushed down away from your ears. And we're going 3 more. 3 more after this one, the one that we're doing now. And 2 more. Breathe in. Bring your hands back. Sit up and just sit back on your heels. Lovely thoracic mobility there. Come down onto one side. Either head on your arm, a block, or head in your hand, legs straight out in front of you. So that you can just see them if you lean forward. Outer hip faces to the ceiling, front hip faces forward. Okay, we're going to lift both together. I want you to try and make, as you lift the legs, a little C shape between your waist and the mat. So use your hand here for balance. Spread the fingers. Keep the elbow bent and the shoulder down. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Try and create space between the waist and the mat. Can you see my feet? Okay. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. If this is too much, just lift the top leg. If you don't need the arm there to balance, you can pop it at arm's length. You can also include it in the lift, like this. You'll breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Breathing out as you lift. breathing in as you lower. So you challenge your balance a little bit more by this arm moving about. You need to lay perfectly still. If not, bring the hand back down here or here. We're going to go for 6 more. So gently point the toes. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. You feel working here. Three more to go this side. And release. Just draw the knees towards the chest. A little bit lower part of your obliques there. Roll over onto your back. Okay, we're going to do, make sure you remember which side you just laid on, but we're going to do the shoulder bridge. So make sure you have nothing underneath your head, okay? Nothing underneath the head. Just the mat. Okay, bring your feet in so they are hip bone distance apart, your knees in line with your hip bones, and then just check that neutral spine position. We're just going to go through imprint to begin with, so shoulders open and down, gap between chin and chest, small gap between your lower back and the mat where the fingers could get halfway underneath but not meet in the middle. So imprint, take a breath in, breathe out, tilt the pelvis back and imprint that lower back into the mat. Inhale, come forward. And again, exhale, tilt the pelvis back, imprint the lower back into the mat. Inhale and release. One more time. Keeping the legs still, not letting the knees drop out to the side, the inside of your feet come up off the floor. Okay, we're going to go up into shoulder bridge. If you want to stay with the imprints, you can. So we take a breath in. Breathe out. Tilt back, imprint, and then gently, vertebra by vertebra, unpeel off the floor. You may need to adjust your feet when you get to the top. Take a breath in. Exhale. Start to lower the vertebra back down one by one into the mat, into the imprint, forward into neutral. And again, great mobility through the spine here. Breathe out, lift up the pelvic floor, draw in the navel. Watch the knees don't drop out. Unpeel vertebra by vertebra, up to the shoulders. Take a breath in. Breathe out and release. One by one, as if you're laying a string of beads down gently onto the floor. 2 more. Imprint and unpeel. Inhale at the top. Exhale and come down. Imprint and unpeel. peel. One more time like this. Inhale at the top. Exhale and come down. Imprint and neutral. Okay, just give that part a little bit of a break. We're going to take the arms up and over, so just keep the feet on the floor for now. Remember to keep that gap between the chin and your chest. If you've got your hair up like me, make sure it's not in the place where it's going to make you either tilt your chin forward or your head back to avoid the knot. So inhale, exhale, take the arms up and over whilst maintaining neutral spine or using imprint. Inhale and come back. Exhale and take over. Inhale and come back. Exhale and take over. So the pelvis is stable. Inhale and come back. One more time. Okay, we're going to go into bridge and the arms at the same time. We're going for 6 movements, but after 3, we're going to hold the bridge up and just use the arms. If that's too much for you, come down through the bridge as well. Okay, so arms and bridge together to begin with. Take a breath in. Breathe out, tilt back, imprint and unpeel. Arms are over now. Take a breath in, hold it still. Breathe out, bring the arms up and over, laying the disc back down into the mat. Imprint and forward to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, tilt back. Imprint. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale, bring the arms over, lay the vertebra, the disc one by one, focus on that string of beads and down. This time if you can, we're going to keep the bridge up there. Take a breath in, breathe out, tilt back, imprint, unpeel, arms as well. Now guys, if you can, hold this bridge, hips to the ceiling. Inhale, bring the arms over. Exhale, take the arms back up. Two more. One more. And the arms are down. Inhale, exhale, and slowly lower the vertebra down. Imprint back into neutral. Lift the legs up, hands behind the knees, and just release that off. Lovely. So you've felt your glutes working there, warming up, ready for the next exercise. So we stay on the back. You bring the feet touching now, and you're going to lift up into a similar position. But because the feet are together, you're working your glutes not through the back. Okay, so relax the arms. So it's a hip thrust or a hip bridge. Breathing in, breathe out and lift. So you come up in one movement, breathe in and release. Breathe out and lift, hips to the ceiling. Breathe in and release. Breathe out and lift. Breathe in and release. Breathe out and lift. Breathe in and release. 3 more like this. Squeeze the butt. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, this time hold at the top and you're going to come down halfway, 10 counts. Okay, so we go down and up. Just breathe. 10, 9, 8. Push the legs together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh, stretch those glutes off. Draw the legs in towards the chest. Okay, bring the feet back to the floor. Keeping them together, keep the inner thighs together. Neutral spine. This time we just take the knees apart and draw them back in. So you inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you're abducting, going to hip abduction. And then as you come back into hip adduction. Breathe out. Breathe in, maintaining neutral, drawing the navel in. And release. 3 more like this. Be able to feel the transverse abdominis engaging here. To draw that navel in. Okay, we're going to come up into the lift and do the open and close whilst the hips are in hip bridge. So inhale. Exhale and lift. Hold at the top. Inhale. That's it. Let's go for 6. So breathe out. Try not to let the hips drop. Breathe in. That's 2. Inner thighs are lengthening. That's 3. That's 4. 2 more. 5 and 1 more. And release down. Excellent. Drawing the knees in. Stretch out those glutes. Nice work. Okay, so we're just going to swap onto that other side now for the side leg lifts. So lengthen out from the fingertips down to the toes. Hand on the floor for balance to begin with. You could be on your side that isn't quite as balanced, so you might not do the same movement here, but we will try. So make sure the hips are stacked and they're not rolling forward or back. We're between the two panes of glass. So inhale, exhale and lift. Inhale and release. Exhale, draw in the navel, lift up the pelvic floor. We're using this to stabilize between the two panes of glass. Imagine you're playing that game with the bar and you've got to guide the handle thing through it, and if you touch it, it buzzes. Breathe out, so if we roll forward or back, imagine it's going to buzz. Remember, we're still trying to create that little gap between the waist and the floor. Two more like this. You want to go with the hand at arm's length or lifting up and over. Remember, you may wobble this time. Okay, take a breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So by moving the arm, we're challenging that balance a little bit more. We need to draw in the navel a little bit further. Draw up that pelvic floor a little bit higher to get the same effect we got on the first side. Breathe out or lift up. This is definitely my weaker side. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Let's go for two more. And one more. Draw the knees in, excellent. Okay, roll back over onto the back. Set your neutral spine position. Open the shoulders, shoulders back and down, feet hip distance. Draw up, switch on in preparation phase. Okay, we're going to draw the legs up to 90 degrees. So breathe in, breathe out and lift. Breathe in, breathe out and lift. Now it's to bring the legs and feet together. Make that diamond shape. So the knees are dropping apart, the heels can drop down. We're just going to lower the feet towards the floor. So breathe in, breathe out. So here we don't want the back to arch. The feet don't have to go to the floor. It depends if you can maintain. Remember, you've got the option of the imprint. Okay, so If you want to make a bigger range of movement, start with your feet lifted up. Breathe in. Breathe out as you lower, so the movement is going from the hip. Breathe in as you lift. Breathe out as you lower. Listen to your own body, it will tell you how far. Breathe out. Breathe in. Remember, your glutes are going to get tired first because they've already worked. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to lift. So you're probably feeling it in the thighs, the outer thighs, the inner thighs, the glutes. So don't think about those. Remember, you're switching on the transverse abdominis here. So breathe out and lower. Breathe in and lift. 4 more. And 3. And 2. 4. One more. Oh, I'm pretty glad that was done. Ooh. Ooh, gosh. Okay, just lengthen the legs out. Arms above the head. Release. Bend in. Reset. Okay, bringing the legs back to tabletop, but don't worry, we're not going to feel it in the glutes as much. Breathing in. Breathe out and lift. Breathe in. Breathe out and lift. So knees over the hips. Remember, if you need neutral, it's a tilt back, not knees come in further. If you need imprint, sorry. Take the arms up, so open the shoulder blades, and then relax the elbows. Okay, opposite arm to leg. So marching shoulder, marching soldier. Chin away from the chest, take a breath in. Breathe out. One leg goes forward, one arm goes back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So if you don't want to straighten out the leg, you'll just take the toe towards the floor like so and bring it in. Yeah? Making the levers longer, the arms and legs are your levers. Making them longer and lengthened. You're working more here. But remember, you've got to focus. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Change. Breathe out. Breathe in. You've got 10 more to go. 4 more. Breathe out. Breathe in. 2 more. Release the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Take the first leg down. Inhale. Exhale. Take the second leg down. Lengthen the legs. Arms above your head into full body stretch. Okay, we're going to roll over onto the tummy for prone, which is plank. Okay, so okay, you can be on toes or knees. Set your arms up so you're in the sphinx. Can't say it. Elbows under shoulder, wrists in line with elbow. Spread the fingers. Lengthen through the crown of the head. And when we lift up, we're lifting up and staying up for 5 normal in-breaths, 5 out-breaths. So just normal breathing. I won't know when you've gone down, you'll know when I've gone down. Everybody's lung capacity is different. So take a breath in. Breathe out and lift. After 5, lower down to the mat. So if you need to, you can drop your knees down to the floor after you've lifted up. Remember to keep the length through the crown of the head. So think lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Off we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Releasing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Going to go one more time. Inhale, exhale, and lift. Release. Okay, sit back on your heels. Take the knees apart and just lower your bum down towards your heels. Just breathe in and out as normal here. And then just roll over onto your back. Draw the knees in, try and get the hands behind. And just roll, massage your back, side to side. Forward and back. Round and round. Change direction. And hold it centre. So we're going to stretch the glutes. Doing quite a bit of work in there. Pop one foot on the floor. Cross one leg over. And you'll go into a stretch as soon as you lift the foot from the floor. If that's enough for you, stay with that. You're just drawing that leg towards you, pushing this bent knee away from you. If you want to feel a bit more, take hold of the leg, push the bent knee further away from you. Try to relax though, don't tense yourself up. Just hold it here. Breathe in and out as normal. Little bit longer. And release. Changing sides. And lift up. You might only lift the leg on one side. You might hold the leg on the other side. You might do the same kind of stretch on both sides. And just breathe into your stretch. Keep the head down. Try to relax. Take the legs over to one side and the arms over to the opposite. You can use your hand to ease this over a little bit more. You've got to stretch into your pecs here, cross your obliques and mobility in that lumbar spine. Through the centre, changing sides. Bring that arm over and come onto all fours into the cat stretch. Chin to chest, bend the elbows, push it back up towards the ceiling. And release into cow. But we're not taking the head back, we're keeping the length through the crown. And again, into cat stretch. Elbows are soft. Down into cow. Keep the head down, look at the mat, lengthen through the crown of the head. One more time, lift up into cat stretch. Keep the elbows soft. Down into cow. Back to neutral position. Curl your toes under. Walk your hands back. If you have any disc issues or low blood pressure, just spring yourself up from the floor how you would normally do that. If not, we're going to roll back up. So chin to the chest. Let the arms just hang weightless here to begin with. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, draw in the navel, lift up the pelvic floor. Starting at your lumbar spine, start to restack, rebuild and align. Lift your shoulders up, roll them back. Fingertips to the floor. Last of all comes up the head, lengthen through the crown, nod the chin in slightly. And thank you for joining me. Put my glasses on.